Our next review is going to be for The Accountant 2. The Accountant 2 is a sequel, of course, to the first Accountant movie there, and you have Gavin O'Connor, who's come back to direct this film. Um, in the first Accountant movie, I think did we? I don't think we reviewed the first
I
one.
don't think we did.
No, I don't think we did, but
Mhm.
I thought it was a decent action film there with Ben Affleck. It was kind of one of those type of movies that, hey, if you had autism, you have superpowers in the movie world. That's kind of a thing. You have a supernatural ability there, like almost like that little kid in the Predator movie where he can learn a whole alien language in a day. Why? Because he's got autism. Isn't that all the excuse you
Because
need? Hey,
autism, that's the next step of evolution.
yeah. And you have a lot of the returning cast members from that first movie who've
Mhm.
come back and done this. Most notably J.K. Simmons there, who you don't see him for very long. Obviously, you see in the trailer there. His death at the beginning of the movie sets off the plot of this movie there. But you do have the return of Maribeth Medina there, who was also in the first movie there. He's played by Cynthia Robinson. She enlists the help of the accountant here, Ben Affleck's character, Christian Wolf, to help her solve this mystery there of who was behind the death of J.K. Simmons' character there, and it leads into a big conspiracy there involving kidnapping, trafficking, there cartels, mob bosses there as well. So, and with Christian Wolf there, played by Ben Affleck, you also have his brother John Bernthal, who's also in the first movie there, Braxton there as well. And a lot of this movie, I think, with this sequel, it's a lot more humorous, I would say, than the
Mhm.
first movie was. It's more of a buddy film there, with the combination of those two. So it's like really, you really think about it, is really like Daredevil and Punisher teaming up. You know, like
Good
Punisher
old days.
finally convinced Daredevil, it's like, you know what, man, you just got to start killing. And then Daredevil's like, okay, sure,
He's
yeah.
like,
I
listen
don't know
here,
why
Red. Listen here, Red. Let me tell you something. Killing's awesome.
Oh, he just took the advice there,
And
and
then
just
he's like, "Wow, killing is awesome."
yeah.
Shit, this is kind of fun.
Yeah, he's like, "Wow, when I really shoot them, they stay down. They really don't get back up. Wow, it's funny how that works." Yeah, and a new addition to the cast, you have Daniela Pinata there, who people might know. She was Faye in Cowboy Bebop. She played Faye in
Mhm.
Cowboy Bebop there.
The live action Netflix series. I want to
Yes,
reference that.
yes, the live action Netflix series there. She was also in Jurassic World. She was in that one of those films as well.
Hey, okay.
Yeah,
Can't all be winners.
They can't all be winners.
yeah, she was in Dominion and Fallen Kingdom, the classic performances there. Yeah. So, Nick, what are your thoughts on The Accountant 2?
Yeah, so I saw the first Accountant back in 2016 when it came out. I thought it was, it's a pretty solid action movie. I think Ben Affleck is great. John Bernthal, he's, a really fun character in that movie. And this movie, The Accountant 2, it kind of improves on everything that was done in the first one just by putting Ben Affleck and John Bernthal in the room together and letting them riff and play off of each other.
Mm, yeah. I
And Ben Affleck as Christian Wolf, he's gets to cut loose a little bit more. He is still the same character, but he's trying to interact more with people, and he's trying to get better at it to various effect.
mm. And this you see in the trailer, very like one of the opening scenes of the movie. Here is where he hacks a speed dating event there, and the algorithm. He's like, I hacked into the algorithm. I did this. That's a funny scene. That's a funny scene.
Mhm.
That's pretty humorous. There's also a moment where, of course, any buddy movie, they go to a bar and they, get into some trouble there. They meet some women. That's I think, a very decent scene there. And this kind of really more, really leans into the fact that he really does have the autism there, and how that condition kind of impacts him and affects him there, how it affects his relationships with other people, most importantly, his brother there, who is played by John Bernthal. And I think when it's two of them on screen, it really works. And it really is,
Mhm.
I think, a vast improvement over the first film there. Um, of course, you also have the good action sequences here as well there. Of course, with a lot of these movies, these type of movies, the action sequences, I mean, these two guys versus a whole horde of guys, like they can just fight them all off. I mean, of course, you just got to go with it. I mean, why not? Sure, okay, sure they can do that there. And I think I was watching the review for Double Toasted, that pointed out something very funny. They were like, this accountant too almost is like the autistic Avengers. Like they're assembling a team of
There was a scene in this movie that is so ridiculous, but I love it. It is the autistic Avengers.
like I mean, really, it really is like because you like these people in this movie, like almost everybody has some type of neurodivergent thing going on. Like, even John Bernthal's character, you could say he even has like a personality disorder or something like that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, very much.
something like that. Then there's Daniela Pena's character, who she had a I won't spoil it, but
She has memory problems.
she has memory problems, but then like she becomes basically Taskmaster. Like because she's able to see somebody do something and then copy it at exactly how they do it, and she's almost like fucking Taskmaster. Then there was if you remember the first film, uh that Ben Affleck had, like he has his own person in the chair, like he's got his own tech support. And then when they cut
Oh
back to
yeah.
that same person, she's
She's
recruited.
got an army of children working with her.
I was like, when the fuck did this happen? How did you get all like teenagers? Like, when the fuck did this happen? I was like, what the hell? Like, you got autistic teenagers on a computer, and it's like, what the fuck? And they're able to hack and do all this stuff. I was like, what the hell? Okay,
You know
sure.
what? I was having a good time with this movie, but then
Mhm.
that scene happened, and I'm having a great time.
Yeah, I just thought that was just like fucking wild that they
Oh
that they
yeah.
yeah. What about you, Dust? What are your thoughts here on
No, you pretty much were saying everything I would have talked about. This movie very much is in the vein. If Accountant One felt like Diet Hitman, but with more autism, like if Accountant One was a person who really likes video games and is a really
Mhm.
big fan of the Hitman franchise, but was also autistic, and so you had to kill them in a very specific way. That is like that's what that first one. And this one, this feels like the same person is playing a game or watching a movie, and then all of a sudden, his like beer drinking older brother shows up and goes, "Come on, let's go out, let's have some fun," and just injects some more life. It's like, but I haven't put everything together specifically in the order. Screw it, and just like started throwing it. Come on, you don't have to tie your tie the same way. Let's go out. Okay, and then just went out. This movie is a lot more ridiculous, a lot more fun in a lot of ways, but it still has a lot of elements that the first one had. I do think some of its charm is taken away by Anna Kendrick not coming back or not being in this. There was something kind of charming about the way she worked with Ben Affleck and his character, but John Berthal and everybody else really just kind of he really is the buddy cop. There's just like they do really well together, him and Ben Affleck. That you're just along for the ride. You're like, what crazy ass thing are they going to do next? And it gave me beekeeper energy. And any movie that get action movie that gives me beekeeper energy, I'm like, all right, let's go. I'm in.
Mm, yeah. This is yeah. I mean, it's I think a decent fun time. I think like I say it is improved. What you want a sequel to be an improvement over the first movie there. More of them together. Um, I oh Nick, you were gonna say something or
Yeah, this movie, it's kind of like Sound of Freedom, but it's like one child army versus the other child army.
Oh my god.
yeah. And it's such like a superhero thing because like because Ben Affleck's character has like he's like Charles Xavier, like he wants to save this one kid 'cause he's like me. I can go save him and make him a part of the team. I can bring him to the
Like
autistic X mansion.
he's Batman recruiting Robins.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck?
He's got a whole cave of autistic Robins.
Wow, it's like Jesus. Okay, sure, but yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're willing to go with it, then I think you'll have a decent time with it, in that kind of aspect there, of it. I would give it a high stream it. I give it a high stream it there. What about you there, Nick?
Yeah, the first account, it's kind of in my kind of comfort watches. It's
Mm.
like very solid action movie. It's great action design, great choreography. I love the performance from the cast. And Gavin O'Connor, he's a director who directed one of my favorites of all time with Warrior. And I'm day one with anything he makes. And with The Accountant 2, it's it's an improvement for all the things that you said. It was just giving John Bernthal a bigger role, letting him play off of Ben Affleck. And I really liked kind of both of the buddy cop dynamics that we got in this, because initially it starts with Ben Affleck and Cynthia Addai-Robinson, and he's the bad cop, she's the good cop, and then it's him and John Bernthal, and that adds a whole new layer to the dynamic, and that's a lot of fun.
Mm. Yeah.
So I'd give this a high stream it, just purely for how much fun it is.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, I don't hate her character, but I thought the Cynthia Robinson character. I mean, she's kind of there to be like the wet blanket there of like, we got to stick to the rules and we got to do this.
She is the deputy director of the Treasury Department.
Yeah, like that's kind of like her thing there, with it, and kind of.
Hey, this woman was Amanda Waller in the CW. You show her some respect.
Sure, she was. Yeah, way back she was. Yeah, Amanda Waller there in the CW shows.
Finance Amanda Waller, which is a line I never thought I'd say.
But also it's just funny. Like she had a line. It's like, I'm with the CIA. We don't torture people. I was like, really? Like,
really?
Do you not know about the CIA? It's like that's kind of
at
like,
least even.
Hey,
even
I work for the
government.
I work for the government. We don't torture people. It was like,
really? Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Well, what
Are
about
you sure?
Guantanamo?
You sure about that?
No. On legal legal U.S. soil,
not on
we don't
soil.
torture people.
Not on U.S. soil.
So high streaming from Nick. What about you, Dusk? What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you guys. This the first one was in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Both Ben Affleck, John Bernthal, all these different actors were in different places, and that one felt a lot more of the Jason Statham serious action film with just a little bit, a hint of kind of weird touches of darker humor or fun humor with the autism angle, and them really focusing on that. It wasn't really super funny, but this one they decided to trade a bit of its seriousness for a bit more levity, and replaced it with a lot more back and forth with John Bernthal and Ben Affleck. And I think it really did work out in this. When it's not taking itself seriously, it's now a lot more of we're just having a romp, and it really just is able to kind of capture a lot of fun both in the action sequences and in the little moments of levity, like the dating part, where it's just like, okay, man.
Where Ben Affleck has risen him with the tism.
Yeah, risen him with the tism, I guess. Jeez. This is a very much a high stream, man. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Accountant 3 is gonna be. They have to assemble a team, and they're gonna.
No, I hope they do. I hope they make the disabled Avengers.
I can't wait.
The neurodivergent.
It's like
the neurodivergent Avengers.
The accountant teams up with Jack Quaid from Novocaine.
Oh my god, that'd be great. It's like, what can you do? I don't feel pain. And then cool. John Bernthal punches him in the face. You feel that? And he goes, "No, I just told you I don't feel pain." Okay, all right. I think it's good.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, I want. Yeah, so I definitely want to see that. Like, how crazy can this shit get?
No. It's just like he's like well, shoot you. No, he's like I could still die if you shoot me, dude. It's like, oh yeah, that's right.
All right. So high stream it's all around for The Accountant 2.